We eat to survive. We've got a growing population with increasing demands on a fixed number of acres to produce your crops and proteins to consume. So agriculture plays an absolutely critical role in the human future. When you think about the history of agriculture, you can't do so without a farmer. They're stewards of the land, and frankly, they're the reason that we exist.
CNH Industrial is a world leader in agriculture and construction, and our purpose is quite simple. We are looking to sustainably advance the noble work of our global agricultural and construction workers.
We've been manufacturing agricultural equipment for 180 years. We have a presence in more than 160 countries around the globe. We play a really important role in agriculture today.
We have a huge responsibility. I mean, we are the number 2 player in this big global agriculture market, and unfortunately, there's not much more tillable acreage in the world coming around. So we have to find ways to give our farmers the ability to get more from that
by producing highly productive, highly efficient, innovative machines to help farmers get more out of every seed they plant.
And keep it sustainable for many generations to come. And we feel like with our investments that we've made, the people that we have, we're in a unique position to deliver on that promise.
Case IH is a pioneer in AFS or advanced farming systems. We've got them across our product platforms. A good example of that would be Soil Command, where we've got specific tillage prescriptions that ensure we get soil preservation, moisture retention out of every pass a farmer makes in preparing his field for planting or putting it to bed after harvest in the fall.
When we were going through the field before, you had overlap, you had maybe guys going at the wrong angle, so now when we turn around, we press a button, we're using the Case IH GPS guidance, and if we're running a 46-foot piece of equipment, it's doing 45 feet. You want a foot of overlap, so everything in the field is done correctly. They're not wasting time, so we're keeping everything moving. It's allowed us to maybe use a little less equipment than we have in the past. Is our equipment bigger? Yes, but as far as how many hours we're out there, it's probably a lot less.
So let me take it a step further. As a farmer's going across a field, the land isn't typically flat. He's got to address multiple different topographies as he moves across the land. Our machines are sensitive enough to understand that change and the change in soil types in order to make the adjustments required to optimize every inch of soil.
In the past, growers drove field outcomes largely through an appeal to their experience. But as they've tried to scale their businesses, this approach becomes a little bit problematic. This is where precision farming comes in. We can use new data streams, new tools, connected fleets, farm management software, and other such tools to allow the grower to add additional field capacity and farm size without constraint.
It keeps you fresher, and some of that ease of operation is helping us. I would relate it to real-time data. We're recording all of our yield data, so when our crop is harvested, as we're going through the field, we can see exactly how many bushels per acre we're getting at that moment. Is helping us, not have to go home at night and try to figure out all this stuff. We're doing this stuff as we're harvesting during the day.
Case IH's advanced farming systems make it really easy for you to coordinate your fleet wherever you might be on the farm. And then connecting that with all the data platforms that our farmers use makes it really easy from one easy-to-use interface to know what you're doing and where you're doing it. Combining that with the ability to bring in data feeds from all of your other partners in our open architecture makes it really easy for you to look at your entire farming operation from one central location.
As we move from automation, there's also a tremendous amount of data that we can pull from machines today that allow producers to take this data, share it with their other providers or their agronomists to make changes on what the inputs that they're putting into the ground to optimize their results.
We have over 20 years of data now. It helps for our insurance purposes. Our average is going to be better than the county average. So if we have a drought and our yield is lower, we're going to get paid more per acre than if we just use the county average because now we have so much data of our own.
It allows us to assess our machines and their performance so that we can make the changes to further enhance the productivity or efficiency of our machines.
Autonomy doesn't mean that we're getting rid of farmers. Autonomy means we're going to help our farmers be more successful in running their operations. It's going to help be more productive and get higher yields with less strain on their operations. And the future of farming is going to require this, and we're committed to it. And projects like the one behind me are great examples of that commitment.
The future of precision farming is a bright one. We're going to continue to see new data streams, new sensors deployed in our farm systems and equipment.
Throughout all of our history, we have advanced technology. It started with, those old diesel engines, but right now it's around precision and automation and so many ways to give the best tools to our farmers so they can get the most from their work.
So autonomy, precision, technology, we have it all. And the challenges we're dealing with to help the future of farming are really real. And, the future is really being invented here in many of the cases.
We're working on innovation today that we never thought of 20 years ago. We're no longer just in the iron welding and manufacturing business. We're in the technology business, and we're making farmers and their outputs more efficient and more productive every day through the use of technology across the entirety of our product range.